this is a place from where you will be creating the shipping point. So I'll double click on define shipping point, and I will quickly just create one or two shipping points. Okay, let's say I want the shipping point RC01, which is mainly for Pune shipping point, which I'll assign to plant Pune. Okay, again, you can see factory calendar. It is asking, it will determine whether which date you are working, which date is off. So based on that, factory calendar will determine all those things. Okay, let's save it. It will again ask you for this information. If you want to provide the complete information, if you have all these details, you can provide it. Otherwise, just the mandatory information. Okay, and this shipping point can be now used to determine at the time of sales order. Okay, so in order to determine, we first need to assign it. We'll go to the assignment, again to logistics execution, and assign the shipping point to plant. Okay, this screen is little bit different. It is not just like new entry and you provide the plant to shipping point. So here what you need to do is just say Control F to find your shipping point. In our case, it is RC01. So you can see this is RC01 plant, and click on assign. Okay, select this, click on assign. Again, it will give you the list of all the shipping points. So you can definitely scroll down and find out the RC01. If not, again, you can do Control F, RC01, and it will take you to that particular shipping point. So you can tick on this, click on enter, and now this, you can see the plant RC01 is assigned to shipping point RC01. Okay, but this is still not the determination. This we have just told the system that yes, this plant can use this shipping point, but system should automatically determine the shipping point. For that, there is one more configuration that needs to be done in, I think, logistics general itself. No, sorry, logistics execution. Yeah, logistics execution. Here you will go to shipping. Okay, basic shipping functions and shipping point and good receiving point determination. Right here, you will assign the shipping points. This is a configuration. This is the last configuration related to determination of the shipping points. So assign shipping point. You normally create different shipping conditions, loading groups. We will discuss this in detail. As of now, just for the sake of going ahead with this, I'll just create a new entry. And as of now, I'm saying any shipping condition, any loading group. If the plant is RC01, my shipping point system should automatically propose is RC01. Okay, so for whenever the plant is RC01, I want to ship the material from this shipping point. Okay, we will discuss this in detail. When we'll do the transaction, we will understand each and every terminology, what we are going to use in the system. Okay, so now if I want to create a material, I will go in the backward direction. That will make more, it will make easy to understand field by field. So what I'll do is, I will show you how to create a material, and during that situation, whichever field we come across, we will try to understand that field in detail. So for example, if I go to MM01, let me log off because there are a lot of screens which are already open. Okay, so I'll go to transaction MM01 to create a material. Okay, MM01 is a transaction which will allow you to create a material master. Now, if you come here, you are able to see the material code, industry sector, and material type. Okay, this material code if you compare this with ECC, in ECC, this material code was maximum 18 digits. Okay. In S4HANA, you can create a material with up to 40 digits. Okay. So the length of the material number has been increased from 18 to 40 characters. But again, it is not necessary to go for the 40 digits. That is the reason SAP has provided the option that if you want to increase this length from 18 to 40, you have to activate one of the function, then only you will be able to use it. Okay, let me show you. So this is a background which I would want to give. Initially in SAP ECC, there were only 18 characters supported for material master. So if you want to create a material, the maximum length of the material number can be only 18 characters. Okay, but now in S4HANA, SAP came up with the possibility that if a customer wants, if they want to use or if they want to create the material with more than 18 characters, SAP has provided the functionality after activating which you can increase the number of characters from 18 to 40. Okay, but that is, I think that would be only applicable maybe to 2 to 3% of the customers. 95 to 97% of the customers are already happy with 18 characters. That is not a restriction with them. Only in some industries like automotive industries and some discrete manufacturing industries, they had this requirement where 18 characters were not enough for them. And that is the reason SAP came up with this option. First, I'll explain you if you want to activate that feature, how to do that. So if you go to SPRO, IMG, in the cross application components, okay, here you have the option of general application functions. In this general application functions, there is option of field length extension. Okay, and from here, activate extended fields. So you can see this first one, material number, extended material number has been already activated. Okay, in this system, it is already active. Someone has already activated in this system, but normally when you go to the new system, this is not by default. If you want, you have to activate it. Right? If you activate it, what will happen? Now system will allow you to create a material with more than 18 characters. If this is not active, if you try to enter the number of material, and if it is more than 18 characters, system will throw error message that only 18 characters are supported. Right? So if this is not active by default, as I told you, whenever you work on the new implementation projects, when you get the new system, by default, this functionality will not be active. Okay, and if this functionality is not active, before you activate this functionality, you have to understand what is written in this SAP note. Okay, what is SAP note? SAP note is a way of communication from SAP. So SAP, whenever they deliver a new functionality, sorry, just give me a minute. Whenever SAP provides a new functionality, in order to explain that functionality to the customers, SAP provides the SAP notes. Okay, in that it is very clearly written why SAP has provided this functionality. This functionality will be helpful to which type of organizations. If you activate, what features you will get. If you activate, what are the drawbacks. Everything is written in this SAP note. So it is our responsibility to read this SAP note, and it will keep on updating. So whatever may be the challenge today, tomorrow if you are implementing SAP, maybe SAP has already resolved that challenge, right? So it is always important to see the latest version of this SAP note, and then if you are confident that yes, this is exactly what customer wants to achieve, then only you activate this functionality. Okay. So one is material master. Second is industry sector. Now industry sector, you can see there are a lot of industry sectors which are pre-delivered by SAP, or some of them are pre-delivered, some of them may be created by the users who are practicing on this system. Right, this industry sector is just for the information purpose, which tells the system this material is being created under which industry. But otherwise, it will not make any changes in your process. But when it comes to material type, this is very important field. Okay, there are a lot of material types. Again, there are many material types which are provided by SAP. And on top of that, you can also create your own material types, right? So what exactly is a material type? So giving you the simple example, if you are working in the manufacturing company, what are the different materials you will be having? You will be having the raw materials. Okay, raw materials means what? Raw materials means the materials which you purchased to manufacture something. Okay, so just take an example. If you are manufacturing a laptop, okay, when you are manufacturing the laptop is your finished product which you want to sell in the market, right? But if you want to manufacture laptop, what you need? You need the hard disk, you need the RAM, you need the laptop case, right? You need the touchpad, okay, you need the screen. So these are all the components. You need the battery. These are all the components which are required to manufacture the laptop. So these are your raw materials which you will be purchasing from outside. You will be assembling all and you will be creating the final product, which is a laptop. So in this case, your battery, your RAM, your hard disk, these are all raw materials which you want to purchase from outside. The laptop that you are purchasing is your finished product. But are you going to sell the laptop as it is? Definitely not. You will be packing it also. So the packing material is again your raw material, right? And once you pack it, that will become your finished product. Packed laptop will become your finished product. So you can say just the laptop without packing is a semi-finished product. Just take example. I'm just trying to tell you what are the different types of materials, right? So accordingly, whenever you are creating a particular material, you have to select the material type accordingly. That makes a lot of based on the material type, there are a lot of settings which are determined. For example, when you buy the material from outside, you need to enter the information related to purchasing. When you are creating the material for the finished product, you would be entering the details required to sell that material, right? You are not going to buy the finished laptop from outside because you are a manufacturing company. So definitely you don't want to enter the purchase related details for the laptop, but definitely you need to enter the purchase related details for the materials that are used to build a laptop, right? Let's take an example. If I take a practical example, it will become very clear. Now in this particular case, let's try to concentrate on our example, which is chemical industry. So let's say I want to manufacture a sanitizer, right? Now in material master, based on the material type, we can define whether the material number would be generated automatically, or we can also tell the system that I want to provide the material code manually. So if it is automatic, it has to be number. But if it is manual, okay, if it is something which can be defined externally, in that case, it can be any alphanumeric number, whatever you want to provide. Okay, so material is sanitizer. If I go to material type, let's assume this is my finished product. Okay, so finished product in SAP is denoted by material type FERT. This is a standard finished product material type provided by SAP, FERT. Okay, so this FERT, if I show you the config from where exactly these material types are determined. So let's go to the configuration. So SPRO, IMG, this will be available under the logistics general. Again, can you tell me why it is in logistics general, why it is not in the materials management? Is this material only going to be used by MM? Are all the materials used only by MM?
No.
Definitely not. All the logistics departments should be using this material. That is the reason it is divided. It is available under the logistics general. So you'll go to material master. Okay. And here within basic settings, you can see there is a node for defining the material types. Okay. You will go to the material types, define the attributes of material types. So this is where you can create different material types. Okay, so whenever you are creating a material master,